When your feet begin to touch that thin line of separation between heaven and hell, there are various signs that happen to you. For example, your prayer life dies, that desire for righteousness dies, you will not have time to study the Word, your Christian life is replaced by church life. While sin will no longer matter to you, calling truth deception. If you don't come back to your senses and get back to God, a portal of hell will be opened and will start conditioning your life. You will completely sink into the portal of hell, which will eventually deliver you to hell, the place through the tunnels of death. Apostle Takim gives a detailed explanation of how people sink into hell.
God is so merciful that He made it possible for us to know when we are sinking in hell or rising towards heaven. Are you understand what I'm saying? I have seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. It's so shocking. Many years ago. Let me draw on the board what I saw. Let me just see if I can capture this for us to see. What I saw was like this. A thin line separating hell and heaven in the invisible realm. This is us. When we stand here, when we are standing here, our feet are touching here. This place, in the spirit, we know. You know when your feet are touching that base between heaven and hell. You know. How do you know? When your feet are now touching that thin line between heaven and hell, the first thing that happens, your prayer life dies. Your desire for righteousness dies. Your time of studying the word will be non-existent. You begin to live a church life, not a Christian life. Matters of sin will not matter. In fact, you will know sin is wrong, but you still do it. You will know what is wrong and you still do it. So once that is happening, your feet have already touched. If you don't run at this point, in the primary school we used to sing, there is fire on the mountain, run, 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 a baby fire, run, run. At this point there is fire on the mountain. You better run. Get back to God. If you lock yourself in the room and declare fast, gather all the relevant preachings that will raise you back, gather them. Begin to repair relationships, repair breaches, shut down carnal desires, and make sure the glory of God help you. If it did not happen, if you care less, it's called carelessness. If you care less of that desire, for some, they will leave a vibrant church like this and go to another one. That is not. Another one where they will not bother them about how they live. In fact, when your feet is touching here, the truth you once hold onto, you begin to think that you were deceived. There was a time some group of people left the crowd of spirit, about 2-3 of them. Now they went to Facebook to like mock me that I am making heaven difficult for people. So they have found the right way. They say they are free. Today as we speak, their stories are not something you can even hear. Time, you see time. Time is the best utterance that comment on our decisions. The person they say, me, I'm still here. But them, they have disappeared. Satan deceived them because when your feet touch here, all the standard you held, you put them down. When your feet touch here, you begin to compromise. You begin to adjust certain things. And you know, this I'm taking this thing too much. Let me just adjust. You begin to listen to critics. You begin to listen to those who say it's too much. Yeah, it's true. We are sitting too much long hours in the church. It's that you used to come. We begin. In fact, you come here 7. By the time we are closing 7 p.m., you feel like not living because the glory have filled everywhere. But when you touch your feet here, you begin to see that as a waste of time. You begin to arrange. Okay, let me come in around 10 or around 11 or around 12. Second service. There was one. I sat down and asked her, why are you not coming to church again? Began to give me excuse about job. We are doing this in our office. We are doing this. I say, has this girl forgotten that when she came to Grow of the Spirit, she have no job? I paid her rent. Has she forgotten how we worked with her until she got this wonderful job that she has? Now she's telling me because of that same job, she can't come to church. That day, I dismissed her from my heart as a member of this house. I said, I can't be your pastor again. I didn't tell her. I decided, I can't be your pastor. Just go. Let's see what will happen. You came to a place that you were a reproach. Your relatives were mounting pressure on you. And God had mercy on you and lifted you. And you are saying the same job is making you not to come to church. When your feet touch here, money begin to matter. When your feet touch here, your job begin to matter. When your feet touch in this place, compromise will no longer be an issue. In fact, it will be wisdom. If you are single, you that were not, condoning all those, you are still single, go and get married, whatever. Now you begin to say, they are speaking the truth. I think I need to go and look for a man. You even forget that God did not create women to look for men. It is harlots that look for men, not wives to be. You will forget that. You forget that women of honor don't look for men. You will forget it. But because your feet have touched here, you now see virtues in vices. Things of shame becomes things of honor to you. Things of shame becomes things of honor. If you don't wake up, look at what's going to happen. This under your feet, I'm telling you things I've seen. Under your feet, something will open. A portal of hell will open. And when this portal of hell open, it will begin to send things into your life. It will start conditioning your thoughts, conditioning your mind, conditioning everything. This is where you come to the place what the Bible calls vain imagination. And it begins to pull you. You're sinking. When it starts, let me adjust this image. Before you know, you have come down like this. Your legs are here. Your hands is here. Only your head is here. So at this point, once in a while, you glance through morning cloud. Once in a while, you glance through certain things. Because God in his mercy will come to trouble you. Whenever he troubles you, you appease him by glancing through messages. And you stop. If you don't wake up, it will sink. Before you know, you are living here. A lot of people are living here. They are down. And you are still alive. Oh. For some, like the other one, they will just compromise. Have children. You that was holy. They begin to produce children. Begin to forget church. Okay, let's go to so country to go and look for work. And money becomes your driving force. What people are saying becomes your driving force. The deceitfulness of riches, the cares of this world become your driving force. Once you sink into the portal of hell, the cares of this world become your driving force. The love of money become your driving force. You want to appeal people. You want people to, people should just, before you know, in fact, there was one who got to that point. That was when the mother told her, hey, it's now you have been free. You see, when Satan tells you are free, that's when you are captured. When Satan tells you that you are free. So, the sink here, once this person have sink here, he's still alive. Now, there's another opening here. This is a place of death. These are called tunnels of death. So here, you are still on earth. You are still in time. But here is eternity. So you keep living like this. So God will not be sending. If God wants to show you mercy, He will allow disaster to hit you while you have sunk. And bring you to the point where you'll be looking for life to live. Life. That is when all the truth you reject will not make meaning. That time that the truth you reject make meaning, when everything that Satan used to to attract you to himself, when they lose meaning, then God cannot rescue you. And when God wants to rescue you, He will still come and pull you out like this. And if you keep following God, because the pulling is not automatic, as He pulls you out, your response will determine how fast you come out of hell. Once you come out like this, your obedience, commitment, and dedication will seal the place. Look at how God wants us to live as Christians. You are up here, your legs are not touching you. It's called life in the spirit. Your legs are not. God doesn't want our feet to be touching this demarcation. No, it's dangerous. God wants us to be up, swimming in the spirit, walking in the spirit. At that point, you are dead to the things of this world. It's called the way of the cross. You are dead to the things of this world. At that point, where you are in the spirit, He leads you, He guides you. The presence of God becomes your joy. How long you stay in His presence does not matter. You are with Him. Whenever I look at this prophetic chart, because I didn't really draw it the way I saw it. You know, when God talks, you see things. I didn't draw it the way I saw it. Whenever I look at it, it is from this chart I can tell a Christian who is going to hell. I can tell a Christian, because you're already in hell. I can tell a Christian who is already in hell. Who has already sunk. The Bible says hell enlarged itself. From this chart, I can also tell a Christian who is going to heaven, because the Christian is now up. The feet are no longer here. You can tell, you can know this person, if the person died today, is going to make heaven. But this guy, if he died today, he's going to hell. He can't make heaven if he's not died today, because of this chart. I want you to understand that a life of sin is more expensive than we know. No matter how small it is. That is why God gives us grace to overcome. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So this issue of living a life of spiritual anarchy, if the enemy puts you there, your sinking into hell has begun. I repeat, I began by telling us, you don't go to heaven when you die. You are in heaven when you are alive. And it's supposed to show in your heart. It's supposed to show the way you live every day. It's supposed to show on your tongue. It's supposed to show in your reaction. It's supposed to show. In fact, the Bible captured that evidence as crucified life. That's the way it can capture it. Crucified life. So God in His mercy gave us things I call Bible thermometers for us to check where we are, why alive, so that we will not be shocked. Why is it that our fathers like Paul were able to say, I have run the race? You think it's a faith, it's a confession of faith? No, it's not confession of faith. No, it's not. It's a conclusion out of the years of working with God. It's a conclusion from the reality of things they have touched and they have experienced. When he said, I have run the race, I have fought a good fight, because there were scars of the fight. Is it not Paul that said, let no one trouble you, if I bear my body the marks of the Lord Jesus? There were scars, there was evidence of things he suffered for living right. He said, I have fought a good fight. He now say, now there is laid for me a crown of life. If he didn't see it, he would say it. Their own faith is not like our own. We have not seen anything we are talking. We feel that when we talk, God will do it. No, he will not. Faith is saying what he has done, not saying what he will do. What has already happened is what you are saying, not what will happen. That's what faith is. It has happened in the spirit. You've tested it, you've seen it. When we begin to sink, we must know when we begin to sink. We must understand the Bible thermometers that tells us, guy, you are sinking. Your sinking has started. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Even the things we go through in life, out of the decisions we make, we can tell that based on this decision I have made, I'm going to suffer like this. You can tell, you see the decision I've made from what the Bible says, I will go through really, really suffering. You can tell it. It's just because we don't study the books, so we don't discover those indices. We don't discover those things in our life. Those things Jesus has put. You see, Jesus understood. Okay, why is it that even the generation of Elijah, they knew that Elijah would be taken? They knew. Elijah saw when the chariots. Look at you. We think that the chariots appeared when Elijah was about to be taken. But Elijah had been riding on those chariots all his life. So the chariots are a template of life in the spirit. So which means the years Elijah lived on earth, he wasn't walking on this thing. He was flying in the spirit all his days. And how do you know? The state of your heart tells you where you are. Look at what Jesus said. He said, out of the heart proceed what? Evil things. Is that not what he said? What kind of a heart generates evil things? Because not every heart generates evil things. The heart of Jesus was not generating evil things. So he said, out of the heart generate evil things. Now let's get this diagram back. Let's get this diagram back. Out of the heart generates evil things. What is a heart that generates evil things? Is a heart of this kind of a person. The person is here and is trying to survive. He has sunk. The totality of his being is here. So the hell the person is going to go when he dies will generate stuff and generate all the evil thing the person will be thinking about. All the evil thing. So when you now meet the Lord, he pushes. Salvation is God pulling you out, removing that heart that hell has programmed and giving you a new heart. You see, this sinking, the way people sink into hell like this without realizing it, is what sin does to us. Sin pushes us down. Righteousness takes us up. I'm giving you strong spiritual realities that don't joke about. Sin pulls us down. Righteousness pulls us up. I repeat, sin pushes us down. The more we sin, the down we go. The lower we go. The more we sin, the lower we go into the portals of hell. The lower we keep going. And the more we overcome temptation, trials and everything, the higher we go. The higher we go. So what's the work of grace? To enable us not to sink. That is the work of grace.
Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.